No, they don't know how, unless they write the Venus Project and say, we'd like to make your picture, tell us more about it. They don't know how to do that. They make movies that sell. When I was a kid, they had cowboy pictures, and everybody had 2 guns, and they never talked. They always solved their problem by shooting people. And so all us kids wanted to be cowboys. But we never learned anything in the movies. Same story over and over again. When you have movies on the future, they're killing each other with lasers, blowing up spaceships. It's not the future. It's Hollywood's notion of the future.
Yes, we want to do a motion picture to show what life could be in the future in a resource-based economy and answer all the questions that people have today. They're generally the same questions. And then show flashbacks of how we get from here to there. People don't know what's missing in society, and this film would represent that. It would show a positive, workable future.
People ask me whether there'll be horror movies in the future. A movie about this society would be a horror movie. We did a study of that. Say, what if everybody wants to live in Florida? Everybody doesn't want to live in. Some people like change of season. Some people like the mountains. There's no mountains in Florida. We find that that's not true. People like to live in places from Hawaii to Alaska because they like winter sports, skiing. People like different things. They all don't want to live in Florida. When my boy was 4 years old, he came to me and he said, "Daddy, the wheel came off my toy." And I said, "So it did," and I threw it away. And I'm reading, and I'm watching him. He started crying. He said, "You threw it away." I said, "I get your baby toys where the wheels don't come off." He said, "Well, maybe I can fix it." And I reached for it and gave it to him. And he's working on it, gets it together. Then you pick him up. "That's wonderful. How did you do that?" He says, "I'm not that little." And then he went on to tell me, "You see the hole in the wheel?" And I pushed on it. And when you do that with your kids, let them solve the problem. They feel a sense of pride. But if you said, "Let Daddy do it, let Mommy fix it," you produce a nothing. You know what I mean? So when I never taught my children how to read. So I used to read to them at night about dinosaurs, things kids are interested in. Then, when it comes to the most interesting part of the book, and I close the book. The kid says, "What happened?" I said, "Look, if you learn to read, you can find out." So give them a reason to want to learn to read. Don't teach them to read. Give them a reason to want to learn mathematics, anything, but never teach them to read.
Also today, children do go to school and they're just taught to be a cog on a wheel. They're taught enough to go out and get a profession. If they're taught how to think critically, I think they'd question everything in the society and they wouldn't stand for what they had today. They would understand that there'd be much better approaches to the way things are run.
The electric companies will hate you if you do that today. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
In the profit system, it hurts people, anything you do. Now, the wastewater from your sink, when you use the sink, it goes into the water closet and you flush the John with it. Instead of, we waste 40% of our drinking water flushing the toilet. Did you know that? That's a lot of good water. So we as technicians know that, and we can design a system that's self-circulating for the benefit of everyone. There are no lights in the future. The ceiling glows all over. And when you have books, say books on medicine, the books are updated automatically. There's laser beams that cross and print inside your book, unless you press hold, if you want to keep the book the way it is. In front of your television set, there's a window screen you pull down. The news of the day is printed on that by the television set. You pull it off and read it, hang it back on. It's erased by infrared. And it's used over and over again. Instead of walking with signs, "Don't cut down the forest," you don't need to with a memory screen. You understand what I mean? We have solutions to most problems. And they're all very economical. They raise the standard of living for everybody. The only negative thing about it is you don't own anything. There's hundreds of bicycles for your use, more than people check out. Then there's sailboats, lots of them, for your use. You don't have to fill out any forms or get along with Fresco, nothing like that. You get in the boat, go out with your family. But you don't own anything anymore. The earth is there for your use. Do you understand that? People really don't want to own things because then you have to protect them. You have to pay for them when they don't work. Do you understand? So you have bicycles in your closet, you have skis, cameras. You go to the camera center and check it out.